The wishbone offense, one of the most iconic formations in college football history, revolutionized the game in the late 1960s and dominated throughout the 1970s and early 1980s. This offensive system turned teams into rushing juggernauts, winning national championships and producing legendary players. But how did it come to be? Who were the masterminds behind it? And why, after being dominant for so long, did it eventually fade from prominence? Today, the wishbone is all but extinct. What happened? How did an offense that once ruled the sport fade into history? We'll take a hardcore examination into the rise, dominance, and eventual decline of the wishbone offense. At the end, we'll look at footage and we'll go through the wishbone and why it would no longer work in today's football world. The story of the wishbone begins with a coach named Emory Bellard. Bellard was a high school head coach in Texas for 21 years, where he achieved a record of 177 wins, 59 losses, and 9 ties, and won 3 state titles. Bellard started coaching in 1949 and stayed in the high school ranks until hired by Darrell Royal at Texas to be a linebackers coach in 1967. In 1968, he became the Longhorn offensive coordinator. He had spent years tinkering with backfield alignments and blocking schemes, trying to create a system that maximized deception and forced defenses to play assignment football. The wishbone was a successor of the split T, a formation developed by Don Farrow at the University of Missouri in 1941. The split T featured a quarterback under center and the backs lined up side by side behind him. The offense caught on, spread throughout the country, and was used by nearly everyone by the 1950s. Bellard's brainchild was a variation of the split T and veer offenses, but instead of 2 running backs, Bellard lined up 3 backs in a Y shape or wishbone behind the quarterback. This created a new form of triple option attack. When Bellard presented his formation to Darrell Royal, the Texas head coach was intrigued but hesitant. Still, Royal gave him the green light to test it out during the 1968 season. After a shaky start, the results were undeniable. Texas destroyed its competition and ran over all the defenses and captured the 1969 national championship using the wishbone. The Longhorns had won a national title in 1963, running the wing T. However, the success of the wing T had faded. Royal switched to the I formation with little success. His hope was that Bellard's new scheme would do the trick, and it did. The secret behind Bellard's attack lay in its ability to put pressure on nearly every defender on the field. The primary play of the wishbone was the triple option. According to the book Coach Royal, Conversations with a Texas Football Legend, published in 2005, Mickey Herskowitz, a writer from Houston, gave the offense its name. During a press conference, Herskowitz said the new offense needed a name. Royal suggested calling it the Y, but Herskowitz objected, stating Y wasn't very original. Why don't you call it a wishbone? It's in the shape of a wishbone, Herskowitz suggested. Royal agreed, and there you have the name. At its core, the wishbone is a triple option attack. It gave the quarterback 3 choices on every play based on how the defense reacted. The first option is the fullback. A defender, typically a defensive lineman, is left unblocked. If that defender crashes down on the fullback, the quarterback pulls the ball from the belly of the fullback and keeps it. If the defender doesn't crash, the dive play will likely gain at least 5 yards. The keep option. The quarterback has kept the ball and is running parallel to the line of scrimmage. His next read is typically the defensive end or an outside linebacker. If that defender crashes down on the quarterback pitches the ball to a trailing halfback. If not, he keeps it. If the defender committed to stopping the quarterback, he would pitch the ball to one of the trailing halfbacks, who by now is hopefully in the open field. The triple option means two defenders are taken out of the play without having to be blocked, freeing up offensive players to block other defenders. This puts incredible strain on the defense. The defense must be able to simultaneously defend the inside run and the outside run, and the wishbone is also designed to make sure that whatever a defender does, he is always wrong. Charles Spud Kaysen was a coach at William Monig Junior High School in